Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Susan Jones, and I am happy to say that I'm a current first grade teacher. If you've been watching my channel for the last 3 or so years, you will know that I've made it my kind of mission to think about what's happening at the collegiate level, think about latest, greatest research, specifically for kindergarten, first, and second grade students, and then share that research, share some of those ideas and strategies with teachers like you who are in the classroom, or parents like you who are currently working with students at kindergarten, first, and second grade levels. Now, while I have absolutely loved doing that over the last few years, you might also know that I used to teach first grade myself. I was also a K-2 literacy teacher, and I've spent the last couple of years subbing at my local K-2 school. All that to say that while I have loved taking in all this information and practicing it with students that I sub with, and my own 2 boys as they kind of went through kindergarten, first, and second grade on their own, it has made me ready more than ever to have my own classroom again. So I knew this year that when there were a couple of first grade positions that opened up, I knew that's what I wanted to do. So I applied, I went through the interview process, and I am so excited to share that next year I will be a full-time first grade classroom teacher. I cannot wait to take everything I've been learning and actually apply it on a daily basis where I can watch students go from the beginning of the year all the way to the end of the year. And I'm also really excited to do all the things that I don't get to do now. I'm excited to work on classroom management and build relationships with my students. I'm excited to talk about science and social studies and all the other topics that I don't really dive into too much here on my channel. I'm excited to set up a classroom, which is what today's video is all about. I have gotten many questions over the last few weeks about if I will continue to share ideas here on YouTube, and my answer is honestly that yes, I want to. That is my plan. But also my honest answer is that, of course, if I'm going to be back to teaching, my main focus is going to be on my students in my classroom. I don't want to make any full-on promises right now because I don't want to overwhelm myself. I don't want to spread myself too thin, and I want to make sure that all my attention really goes to the students in my classroom and helping them grow throughout the year. That, of course, is the goal of every teacher in the classroom. That being said, I'm also excited to kind of switch up my content a little bit and share with you what's actually happening in a real-time basis, right? What types of activities am I doing with my first graders? What is working, what is not working, different things like that. So I'm excited to bring you along on that journey. And of course, I definitely will have some other topic videos like the ones I've made before that I will share with you as well. So I don't know exactly what the future holds in terms of what my videos will look like, but I do know that A, I plan to share with you, and B, I'm excited to do so. The first order of business is to get my new classroom all set up. So a few days ago, Parker and I got to go into the current classroom that I will be in next year. That teacher is no longer at the school, so I had to kind of assess what materials were already in the classroom, and also it makes it a little trickier since I taught. Well, I don't know if this is tricky, but it just is a whole nother step. Since I used to teach, I still have some furniture that I want to use in my classroom. I have an easel that I want to use in my classroom. I have a ton of books to bring in. So I kind of had to just quickly go in, get a feel for the space, and then I had to figure out what was in there, what I still need, what I'm gonna bring from home, and what I can get rid of. Once I got a feel for the space, I came home, I thought about what tools and materials and furniture I already have, and then I had to take another step because I have really poor spatial reasoning. I don't visualize things, funnily enough. Like when we're reading a book, I'm in a book club, and I can't visualize the characters. I don't know what they look like. I don't have a visual image of the setting or anything that's going on. I think it's called aphantasia or something. I'm not sure. I learned the definition when I was an adult, and I was like, wait, I have that, and people think it's really weird. But that's just how I live. So anyway, it's really hard for me to figure out how I want my classroom to be set up without physically moving everything 900 times to see if it works. I'm notorious for buying furniture that's way too big for my house. So what I've done is I use this 3D layout tool, and that actually helps me work through the process so that way I don't have to do as much physical labor. Let me show you what I did for this. This is the website. It's called Floor Planner. You can see I actually, when I moved into my new house in 2020, I had to do some exact measurements and layouts because I could not figure out the size of a couch that could fit in there. And I'm glad I did because I actually almost purchased, I was going to do a 2 couch type layout, and I would have had no room to walk around. So I very much need this type of tool. So here is my classroom. Now we have some basic measurements that we did. It's not exactly, 100% to a T, but it's pretty darn close, and it really helped me figure out how I want to lay it out. So let me go to 3D. I did everything here 2D. These are individual desks, so I have 18. Basically what you'll do, this is like baby blue polka dot school desk. So it's not like what mine will look like, but you just go to furniture. I can type in school desk, and I found one, and I can change the dimensions of it too. So let's go into 3D. So this is my door over here. So I knew I have a trapezoid table that's going here. I have a mailbox situation. It does not look like that again, but I just wanted it to be there for placement wise. And then I had to figure out the size rug I'm going to be able to fit here, which I was able to actually put down. I got an easel over here. I was trying to see how I wanted my desks to kind of be laid out. So I think I'm going to do 6 in each kind of group here. And then I have my table back here. It's like a built-in, it's not actually cabinets. It's just like a desktop here or a tabletop. It's empty underneath. And then I have tons of shelving, like open shelving everywhere, which I have to figure out bins for. And then the back, these are bulletin boards. Again, I just needed like placeholders, right? I didn't really care if it's exactly how it is. And then they even have this cool option where you can like walk in the classroom and see what it will feel like. So pretty much you're going to walk in, you'll have my easel. Right to the left of you is this whole big area I can show you in my actual classroom. But these are all like little cubbies on this side. And then there's a big wall here. I think I'm going to put our classroom jobs here. I have a table that like a low to the ground table. And then I have lakeshore chairs that look nothing like this, but they're like ground chairs. I think I'm going to put a book display over here. This will be filled with bins. This side also right over here is a bunch of cubbies. And then we have the sink area. I think I'm going to put a little mirror with the affirmation station. I really have enjoyed that. So like little feel-good sayings here on the door that connects to another classroom. This table in the back is going to be for my aide to work with students. And then over here we have my kidney table, which is kind of going to serve as my desk. I do have, let me show you, a desk over here where I think I'm going to put, this would be like books and a little like kind of reading nook. I do have a desk here, but I think it's going to be a pretty basic desk where I'm just going to have like my laptop and I can just do like the doc cam and things like that. I don't think I'm going to have a big clunky thing here. That is kind of what I'm imagining, but going through this process really helps me out. Let me see if I can go back to the 2D. Yeah, going through this process really helps me figure out what my classroom actually looks like, where I can fit things, where I cannot fit things. I just moved that chair somehow. There we go. But yeah, so floorplanner.com, and it's completely free. So this is the starting off point. We'll see how my classroom actually looks in real life. So that right now, that layout is my tentative plan. We will have to see how that works when we go in and set up, which I won't be able to do for like another month. But on Friday, Parker and I are gonna go in. Our next step is to, now that we know what I don't need in that classroom, and I'm just gonna organize things. Because a few days ago, like I said, we just did a very bare bones, all right, this is what it looks like, feel for the space, and kind of an inventory of what's there. Now I know what I can get rid of and move into the hallway, so that's gonna be my next step. Hello from my classroom. So I just want to show you a little bit about what I have done. I have not brought the camera. I've already been in twice just to basically organize things, and I did not bring the camera because I was way too busy just organizing and sweating. There's no AC. So yeah, so I will just tell you what I've changed. I can show you a couple before and after pics so you can see what we've done so far. All right, so this is the overall layout of the room. It is a great size, in my opinion. All the furniture is over here because they are going to be doing the floors soon. So they'll move out all these desks. Those are actually not even my desks, so I'll get some new desks in here. They're not new, they're older than this, but that's okay. I'll get some new desks in here. So over here, we will start. This is just kind of the area. Those are little hooks down there. There used to be their cubby areas, but I'm actually getting the hooks removed because in this space, I'm going to have a table. You have to envision it down here. And the table is going to be one of my lower tables that I have at home. It's like a Lego table. So it'll be on the floor with some floor chairs. So basically what I did is all these shelves were filled with different things that the classroom teacher had before. Some stuff I need, some stuff I didn't. So I took everything off the shelves, organized it, and put the bins back up. I don't know exactly how I want the bins organized just yet. So right now they are unlabeled until I figure that out. Same with over here. I know that's going to be their book bin, so I already put their book bin containers in there, but I still have a little more organizing for that. And up top are the, what are they called? The our literacy units. So mentor text for each literacy unit. We have foundations up there. Those in the corner are their pocket chairs for extra storage and privacy dividers. This bookshelf right here with flyleaf and some other readers is actually going to go over there. In the corner, it'll go behind my kidney table, which will be over there. When you come behind this shelf, we have the sink area. The sink area, again, was just a bunch of stuff I needed to go through. A lot of art supplies that I just organized. She already had these bins, so I just kept them for now. I think in the future I'll replace, but I already got a lot, so I did not want to replace things that did not need to be replaced. So we have like paint and glue, glue guns, twistables, lots of glue sticks, a lot of consumables. Up there we have more colored pencils and crayons, felt, just some like art supplies, which I feel like made sense over here in the sink area. Then below, again, a bunch of supplies. These were on all the other shelves. So I took them out, I organized them. I just made little labels. I originally was going to store them under here, under the sink, but I realized when school starts, we're gonna have a ton of paper towels and all sorts of other stuff that need to go under there. So I ordered a storage bin. I'll show you where that's gonna go. And then I also just brought this little guy in. One of these cute little 3-drawer ones, because it's gonna be for Band-Aids and other stuff on top that students can easily access. So then coming from the sink area, that is the door to my neighbor's classroom. This area right here next to the build-ins where this little guy is probably gonna go, I'm gonna get rid of the black storage bin, and it's actually going to be a 2-door metal storage container. Again, the thing about this classroom for me, while I absolutely love it, it's the lack of closed door storage space. So we just had a bunch of open shelving, which I had to go and organize because otherwise mentally it'll be a little cluttered. So I ordered that big storage bin that'll go there so I can put all of these supplies in there. Things that I don't need often but will definitely need a place for. So I figure that'll go inside, and then anything else I need to kind of shove away. Right now, this is just extra stuff. Those are the students' pencil boxes I brought in, some border, extra bins that I'm not sure exactly where they're gonna go yet. This looks like it would be great, except it is actually, it's meant for like paper. So that's fine. I can store my paper here, but it's not a place where I can store other bins. Next to the paper area, we have all of our math supplies. Now again, this was open shelving. So I just took all of these out. The teacher that was here before used these blue bins for her book bins. I already had different book bins, so I just emptied them all out, sorted the books, and then put all of the supplies. There's actually 4 in each. So I organized them and put all of the math tools in here. That way we can quickly and easily grab them. And I like bins instead of like, plastic bags or something. Just it makes it easier to grab and to use, and that way visually these were all the same color. So it is a little more appealing from afar. And then we have 2 more over here. Right now, these have a lot more room to go because I know they're going to get filled. This one is a literacy cabinet, so we have like magnets, foundation tiles, Lakeshore games, all for literacy. Actually, I had already purchased these for my house, 2 of them, classroom magnetic letter kits that I never opened. It looks like we already have one down there. So I don't think I'll need all of them. I might give one to one of my teammates. And this will be literacy. Moving next to the other cabinet is, again, same thing but for math. So a lot of these math tools and supplies, a lot of Lakeshore games and other things, but we'll kind of keep one literacy, one math, and I will organize this and add to this as time goes on. I also have math stackers. Now, I had purchased this too before I knew I was teaching, so I never took it out of the box because very shortly after I knew I was teaching, but I am so excited to dive into this. Math stackers, I'll link it down below. This is not sponsored. I purchased this myself and it is not cheap, but it is a great conceptual way for students to understand numbers. So that will probably end up going down in my math cabinet, which is going to be good because this whole area right here, once this is all cleaned, is going to be my kidney table with small group learning. So anything, you know, close I can grab, I will put right here and we can take it out and use in small group learning. Behind or next to the kidney table, again, we have this kind of built-in desk situation. These are iPads. We have iPads for every student, so it's kind of an iPad charging station. I believe I'm going to leave this area open so that way a chair or a stool or something could go here and it can be a little writing center, or it could just be like a quiet down zone as needed if somebody needs to move away from their desks. So that way somebody could go there. Next to the iPads, I actually ordered this right here, insert picture. It's from Really Good Stuff, and it is going to organize all my small group learning. So I'll probably have them color coded, and that way I have all the papers I need, as well as tools that I can quickly take out and access. Also, I think I said this, but right behind me is that bookshelf that has all the flyleaf readers, decodables, and other text that I will use for small groups. So that will go here. The organizer will go here. These are all Anchor charts that I need to go through. Some I will dispose of, and some are like with foundations and things, so I will need to keep them. I have to figure out where they're gonna go. I might just slide them under there. Okay, on top, this was another area I went through and took everything off and organized it. Right now we have magnet tiles and Legos, benefits of having kids that are this age. We have Jenga blocks. This is going to be for not only indoor recess, but for like morning bins and things like that. Actually, the teacher had this. These are so cute. They are little Mr. Potato Heads. So that is such a fun little thing for them to do. So this kind of area is like play area. Those are some board games. I have more of those that will come in. And then a lot of these bins are actually going to be mentor texts and extra books that I don't want my students to have full access to. So I already brought in a big chunk of books today. So some of these are organized by skill and by author. And then up at the top, like I said, some of these bins are not filled in yet because I really need to wait until school gets closer. And then I may or may not label them depending on my needs. I don't know if I will have to. But from afar, this is going to look a lot better. Obviously, it's still very cluttered, but it looks a lot better already. And then when we scan this way from the back of the room, also kind of where I'm standing right here, I have an aide. There's going to be a small rectangle table back here where she will be able to work with her students. The desks are going to go in groups like these. It'll be 3 groups of 6. I'll have a big rug up there. So I kind of want to leave the open or the middle open. I think that will help. And then over in this area, we have all of my books. So I have a bookshelf that's coming in. It's one of those 6, it's not coming in, it's from home. I'm just waiting until after the tables, I'm waiting till the floors are clean to bring it in. So that is going to be one of those 6 square organizers. And of course, these bins right here don't fit. They're 1/2 inch too wide, but that's totally fine because I have these ones that I might do. And I organized these already. We have Henry Mudge, Fly Guy. This is the whole Stink series. Dog Man, Max Meow, tons of Who Would Win books, Frog and Toad, Big Nate, Amelia Bedelia. These I love. Dav Pilkey's Fat Cat, Dav Pilkey's A Friend for Dragon. They're so cute. And then Pizza and Taco I also love. And then these bins will also be filled with books that students can, you know, quickly grab and have access to instead of like mentor texts. So that will be set up over here in the corner. So like I said, I'll have that 6 bin. I might put all the chapter books inside. On top, I have all my Elephant and Piggy books. They will go on top. I have all my little stuffed animals. I'm gonna put these over here. Oh, I also have all these. These are all the National Geographic. Kids usually love to flip through these. So this whole area is going to be kind of a little reading nook. And then I have like one of those display stands that's gonna go here. And then my desk is going to go here. So it's gonna make like a little rectangle. If you remember from my visual image that I did on floorplanner.com, that is what it will look like. So here's a quick scan. I know it doesn't look like I did anything, but I swear I've been in here for like 2.5 full days and I actually did quite a bit. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this guy. When I taught, these were not a thing because I'm old and I taught a long time ago. I do have some things in here. Oh, no, of course that one's empty. Velcro. Like I think a lot of this might actually go in my new stand that I'm getting back there. So TBD on whether I choose to use this or not. I'm not sure. I don't think I showed you this area either, but basically when you walk in, I do have those little cubbies, and then I have this little trapezoid table that I'm going to put all the student mailboxes on here. So when they come in, they'll put all their folders here. A bunch of other teachers had done that in the past. It looks like the teacher kept manuals here, which I think I will. All the teacher manuals for like easy access. These I already organized. These are all math books. I have more of them, and I'll probably end up moving them over there to the other book section. But yeah, I think for classroom jobs, I'm gonna put those right here on this wall. And then I think the back door, I'm going to decorate like our family tree and have all of our family pictures there. So that is our preliminary classroom tour. All right, so I am officially sweating. I'm going to head out. This is the end of part 1. Part 2 of my classroom setup is actually bringing in a ton of the furniture, and I can't do that until after the floors are cleaned. So I probably won't be back for an update until after that is all set up. And once the furniture is all set up, then I really just have to do like bulletin boards, finishing touches, and we are good to go. This is very exciting. Any questions about anything, drop them down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.